What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So guys, I am always amazed at some of the things that black men do. And I'm being positive today, right? And a lot of people want to make us into a monolithic group who typically like the same exact things. And it's just not true. We are just as diverse as any other population in the world, especially in the African-American black male community. And this story, while it is bittersweet and sad, it is positive before we get to the bad stuff. I'm talking about the brother Demetrius Omar Lateef Allen. He was 27. Now, this brother was a professional bull rider. And not even just a professional, he was damn good at what he did. So much so that he was highly coveted. He was going places in industries that most of us as black men, we don't even feel comfortable, not even riding bulls, but being around the people who like bull riding and we know who they are. So we tend to stay away from stuff like that. It's out of our particular ideas. But this brother is changing the narrative, showing that black men can do anything they want. Now, as brother Ouncie Mitchell, brother Demetrius Omar Lateef Allen was doing this particular thing in these industries, bull riding and the like. One of the things was true about the brother is he had a proclivity for black women still. It seems, from what I can see, that's all he dated. And he was dealing with an on and off girlfriend by the name of LaShawn Denise Bagley. Now, this is important, on and off. A lot of times as black men, we don't realize the dangers of dealing with somebody on and off, especially when your career is going up, it's trending. This person is still staying the same. It's a great indication that they need to go. It's a great indication. Listen, if your career is going up and up and you're struggling with this person's on and off, why don't you let them go? They don't need to be there. Obviously, they don't need to be there because they keep being on and off. You're trying to do something in your career. You're trying to be consistent, but you're dealing with something that's on and off. Get rid of the on and off person. Please. I beg of you. Stop. Okay? Please stop. But nevertheless, Ouncie Mitchell decided to continue to do that. Okay? So they attended the Utah State Fair and they had an argument. Now, here's what says is that she was actually living in Utah, which there's not a lot of black folks in Utah, okay? And they were saying that he was coming into the apartment illegally, but that's not true. Okay? She actually shot him. All right? Okay? He was actually trying to get back to her place to go and pack his things. She tried to say that he was inside, but according to the blood evidence, he was not. This abusive young lady, which many blogs are calling him that, she was a domestic abuser of him. He has now lost his life. Okay? Leaving behind a 4-year-old daughter. Let me say something to you guys, if I can. If I can. As black men in America, one person, two people can stop you from where you need to be. Number one, that is yourself. You can stop yourself from doing anything positive that you want to do with your life. That's number one, you. So every morning when you get up, you don't do what you're supposed to do. You're the one that stops yourself. The second group of people that stop you are those that you allow to stop you. There you go. Time wasters, liars, broke people, idiots, buffoons, people who have no vision, losers, people who don't need to be there. When you associate with those people who are not like you, and I'm going to talk about it because in women, we lower our standards. High performing men lower their standards with dealing with women, meaning that many times when you guys are dealing with women, they should not be there. Most women that are dealing with guys who are in the top 1%, they really shouldn't be there. Because if it's a woman in the top 1%, she'll tell you shouldn't be there, right? So they shouldn't be there. But here's the situation. We are out here dealing with people who shouldn't be there, and we allow them to be there because for certain reasons. Oh, they're cute. Usually the sex is great, but they don't need to be there. And what happens with destroyers is destroyers destroy. Ruiners ruin. Number one, they ruin themselves. That's the thing you guys don't get. It's different if you have a lady, let's say if she's poor, she doesn't come from a great family, okay, whatever, right? But if she doesn't do anything that destroys what you're doing at all, just, it didn't stay neutral. I don't have a problem with that. If you're a woman that can just maintain, fine. But when you get around these ladies that can destroy, the destroyers, a lot of guys like women who can destroy. You got women who can be with builders, women who can be maintainers, and the destroying class. And this is something I got from Pastor E. Dewey Smith talking about preachers. But the same thing that goes with pastors and presidents goes with women. You have the women who have the ability to help a man build, maintain. I have no problem with the first two. If you're a woman who can't help me build, but you can just maintain what's going on and not be in the way, and maybe what you give to me is something that's emotionally viable, that's great. I can take that. But the destroyers, many guys are dealing with destroyers. Meaning you came in the game with 100 million, you left with 50. Are you broke? Or you came in and you left emotionally damaged? Or you came in alive, you leave dead? Destroyers. Why? I ask you why, guys. Why do you deal with destroyers? Why? Guys are dealing with destroyers. It makes absolutely no sense. So they destroy their life first. Then you're next. You're next. You're next. Guy, it's you. You are next. Then when you're next, guess what? Your life is gone. Then their life is gone. All your potential. We're sitting back talking about your potential. Once you're in jail or hurt or something, he could have been X, Y, and Z. Well, what's the reason why he didn't become it? Oh yes, because he let the Pukisha destroy him. Okay, guys, you're on the upward someplace else. A lot of the girls and ladies you're dealing with, let them stay where they're at. Okay, they shouldn't be there. Successful guys, especially in the black community, the women that you're going to be with, if you're struggling with them, leave them where you found them. Okay? New Orleans, Milwaukee, Houston, Nigeria, wherever it is, leave them there. Okay? You're going to bring them there and keep going back to them. The same thing's going to happen. She doesn't understand what it takes for you to be successful. Leave her alone. There's going to be women who understand what it needs to be done to be there. Stop struggling with them. Because they're going to destroy what you got going on. A rich man, the number one thing that you got to deal with, getting away from women who can destroy, and also family members too. They're the good ones. Family members, broke friends, untalented people. But if you keep these people around you, look at Antoine Walker. Look at all the money he lost. Hanging around with destroyers, man. It's easy concept. Let destroyers go destroy themselves. It's easy. Women or men, let them destroy themselves. You're next. after they do, because they're already destroying with it. Destruction is imminent with losers. I avoid them. Sometimes the losers call and they message you and they want to hang out and share ideas. Right? They want to give you advice. They're only there to destroy. Let destroyers destroy themselves and get around people who are like you. See, guys, when you start getting fame and money, your standards gotta rise quick. You want to keep money coming in, you want to keep things going away, your standards gotta raise. You gotta catch up to the money. If you're making money, you gotta catch up. Your standards gotta rise along with it for you to keep being there. Otherwise, you're going to. How did Jay-Z stay rich? He changed his standards along with the money. He don't do the same stuff you see these other stupid rappers doing. He moves differently. Some of you guys are getting successful, working hard, and you're moving the same way as when you were broke. When you're rich, you're doing what you don't hang out with broke people. You don't hang out with dusty ladies. You don't do that. You don't go to free bars. Who does that? You don't hang out with folks you're struggling with. Who does that? Where? When you're trying to be rich and successful, you move differently. Completely. You don't hang out with normal people anymore and idiots. Where is that? Is it elitist? Yes, but it's the truth. Women who have nothing to offer, bye. Let me help you over there. Go. It's that simple. You guys work too hard to get it and give it away to somebody who don't listen. Go over there in the ghetto where you're supposed to be, or over there somewhere else destroying somebody else. Go over there and destroy that guy's life or your own life. But when it comes to being around men and women who can help you do something, let them be people who are on the same level as you. Life is too short for destroyers. And this guy found it the hard way. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. We're out.